morning, guys. We are headed up to Husker Harvest Days this morning. It's actually the Monday right before Husker Harvest Days. I've got my Case 1370 on the trailer this morning. We're taking it up to park in the Agland Technologies booth. It will be there all 3 days of Husker Harvest Days in their booth. So come by, take a look at it. It has our GPS system on it, steering, receiver, screen, all that stuff will be on there. And I should be there Wednesday to talk to people, have fun. I'll probably be moseying around the show as well. But if you see me, be sure to, well, I guess you probably won't see this video before Husker Harvest Days. So I guess if you did stop and talk to me, thanks. So there you go. But that's where we're headed today. Also noting that we have hats for sale on territorialtrading.com, just a limited amount of them, so get them all you can. They are $30 shipped to your door in the US. But once we're done up in Wood River, Grand Island, dropping off this tractor, get everything set up there, I am gonna hop back in. We're gonna run down to Burr Oak, Kansas, and go pick up those two 1066s we bought last Thursday. Dad's gonna meet me there with another trailer, and we will winch the non-running 1066 onto his trailer and put the running one up on this trailer. Also got to stack a set of duals on the trailer as well, and that one 1066 does have duals on it, so I'm debating on knocking those off. Just kind of depends on my mood. I can always just flag them and send it too, which might be what happens, honestly. That's the plan. We got about another hour of driving here. We're just rolling through Funk right now, and we'll be in at Husker Harvest Days, and we'll get unloaded and might, take a little video there and then take off. I think I'm actually right across from the Case IH booth, which means the second coolest tractor there isn't very far away, which would be that big green Steiger, or I don't know, it depends where Welker's big butt is too, but that's neither here nor there. Hammer down, right? We're here. The Steigers are right there. I actually got a picture with that and those as I came by. Right next to Kraus. There's Coon Kraus, and Case IH is right there. But waiting on Marcel. I'll do some last minute detailing on this thing. It is what it is. It's a tractor in use or on a farm, truthfully. But yeah, see how he wants things set up here, and then I'm gonna go head for Burr Oak and get two 1066s loaded, I hope.
I think I'd stop, Ryder. Came around on it, put it in.
I'll hit the Wood River and over, and then I actually drop south and out Alda and out of there, so.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I'll go ahead. Yeah, there's plenty of love. Give it a try. Okay. Go again. Pull ahead a little more. that's one on. That was fun. Figured out the easiest way was just pull with the winch, and I kind of guided the front end because the front axle does not turn currently, so about the best way to do it. We're not really sitting on the trailer how I'd like to be, but we're also on the trailer, and that's good enough today. It'll be fun to get off when we get home. Time for duels.
Nothing sketchy to see here. Not at all. Yeah, you got the same problem over there.
Yeah, it's like, huh? It's repeat and repeat.
I started going at my relax spot. Yeah, it all looks pretty consistent now.
That wasn't very much fun to load, but we are loaded. The inside duals are kind of flat-ish, as you can probably tell, but it's chained down. Bucket's got a strap over it. Forks are freaking long enough you can't set them down on the floor, so that looks real good, but we're gonna get out of here and go home. Well, they're both here. Dad's is still on the trailer, the one I had Dad haul. We'll have to get that unloaded tomorrow. But it's here. Pretty easy drive. Only real interesting thing was a guy I was completely over my lane, riding the white line, way over my lane, big wide highway, and a guy was over my lane and took his mirror off on that dual there on the way home, so that was fun. But that's one of those you don't stop for, you just keep going. But yeah, this thing runs pretty good. It is a hydraulic clutch and it's quite jumpy, so that's kind of fun. Really not that bad of a tractor overall. The inside of the cab's a little roached and it's dirty, but tires are kind of poor, especially on the duals. But biggest kicker is no 3-point here on the back. A lot of guys will just run away from that. I'm kind of sad because a lot of these with this style drawbar still had a rock shaft in them, and so they had the draft links on the bottom, so you just had to put arms and stuff on and swap your drawbars around. But this one doesn't have it. I don't know about fluid in the tires, it's got weight outside. Not a bad tractor really. Hard to complain about. Wish it didn't have the loader on it, but it's here, it made it home. I don't see a ton of blow by coming out of it. It probably needs serviced, but overall runs good. Cab interior isn't the prettiest, but it did come with vice grips and a pair of pliers. I gave the hitch pin to Jarrett so we could pull a chisel home. Got some bug spray, mouse trap that's still set, bunch of gloves and coats, and your typical rancher leftover stuff. The blower motor up in the top works, but I don't think the AC is operable. But hey, it's here, it's home. Who's complaining? We'll unload the other one tomorrow and end this video out, I guess. Well, it's foggy this morning, but we're about to unload this 1066. I did just notice something interesting on the front. It's got 11L15s on the front, which I've seen, but usually you run into 1016s or 1116s. So yeah, got a guy that wants these rims, so I doubt they stay on this thing for very long, which is convenient. But I'm gonna get you guys set up and we'll unload. they're both down and unloaded. Duals are off too here. Yeah, just kind of rough 1066 here for parts. I did bar the motor and it is loose, but not that loose, if that makes any sense. It's kind of crunchy sounding. I didn't turn it very far, but yeah. I also set one of the tanks up on the front. Just see what it looked like. You'd mount the weights below it, and they're adjustable, so you can set it up and down for height too. Who knows why he had it up that high, but like the 1066 with loader up here or over here, it's set lower, so kind of whatever. But that's the gist of that. Obviously missing some sheet metal, missing this whole hood here. I've got that piece that goes here, but I don't have the red stripe for the bottom, I don't think, and don't have the heat baffle on the other side. This side I actually just took this loose a minute ago. I have this piece of sheet metal over there too, and the heat baffle. It's nice to see the red stripe here. No real clue when the last time it ran was. Another interesting clue here is that if you look really close, that says Superior Implement on it, which I believe maybe it was pretty sure Jarrett said that is one of Jewel Implement's decals. So this one's from Jewel Implement originally, and that one I think is from Superior. The 1586 that was there was from Superior Implement. 11L15s on the front. We did air up all the tires now. Yeah, I just don't have any good dates on this thing. None of the filters are marked or anything like that as far as when it was last serviced. Reverse idler there is obviously uncovered, so I'd be scared what's inside the transmission. Starter's missing here. I don't remember what the hour meter says. I know this one was a Rainbow Tac 7300. I mean, all the gauges are here. Had a radio there at some point in time. Fender, that one doesn't have a lot of holes. That one doesn't either. It's got brackets on it for an umbrella. Little humped there in the middle, like something went up underneath the tire at some point in time in its life. Just glad the brakes weren't locked up. I got dual hubs and weights. This one's full of fluid. That thing isn't actually. PTO is good salvage. Remotes, remote valves, seat suspension, 3-point drawbar. That one's the extendable drawbar. That one's the narrow Wheatland style drawbar. What else? I guess I have the floor pan. That's an open station and fenders. I think I have a buddy that wants that stuff though. Toolbox here. I didn't even look to see if there's anything in it. Some stuff, but no big clues here that I see. Looks like it might have had saddle tanks on it in its life. Got the duals here for it. One of these, the bottom one's a Safe Mark tire. This top one's an old Firestone deep tread, which is kind of cool. I have to look. These are the shallow offset duals too, and the other 1066 has the shallow offsets as well, I believe. I shouldn't measure that, but I've also got some, I think, that are a deep offset where it's clear out here is where the face is. Looks like it's got the original injector pump on it still. Might make a good core. There was oil in the motor. I haven't checked antifreeze or anything like that. The air intake is not all the way hooked up. One of the gas tank brackets was off there too. Just kind of, you wonder what happened here. And maybe he was getting ready to pull the tank off to work on shifting. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. This one is a manual clutch setup too, clutch pedal. And this one's actually hydraulic clutch. I did notice that. So there's some good parts, some value added to this tractor. This one has a very jumpy clutch though. So nah, I don't know. Guess the turbo setup's all here if a guy wanted to swap that onto something. Bolt off the top of the, I'm gonna go with, we had engine problems because I don't have all the bolts here in the valve cover now that I'm looking at this. So we're just gonna pretty much assume motor is screwed at this point, I would say. But who really knows? Got a front axle that's stuck and doesn't turn, so that's lovely, but we might get abusive with that later and try to make it turn. And this thing, well, I don't know. We'll knock the duals and hubs off of it and leave the loader and cab on it. And I would say we're going to list it for sale as it sits. Can throw the bucket with it too, obviously. I'm going to yank the bracket off the front for a fuel tank. Keep that for myself because I'd like to put a fuel tank on the 1468 with a 6-cylinder in it on the front. Would look cool. Yeah, just hard to know. I think this one's a 75 and that one's a 72. I think that's pretty much all I've got to say on this deal. It's kind of, you know, used tractors. One very well used and probably used up. One still pretty usable in my opinion. But that's just how this stuff goes sometimes. It can't all be beautiful pieces. But with that, guys, we're gonna probably end this one. Please like, share, and subscribe. There are still hats for sale on territorialtrading.com, so get those while you can. Got a lot of other stuff going on. I know Dad's got a pretty cool tractor coming in here shortly. We'll get to get on video. And yeah, take care. You guys have a good one. Go drag something out of the weeds and get it running.